Have you ever walked into a room and felt the weight of conversations that never happened? Or woken at 3 in the morning with someone else's sadness sitting heavy in your chest, and you cannot explain why maybe you have spent your whole life feeling like you are tuned to a frequency no one else can hear? You sense things before they happen. You feel what people will not say. You carry emotions that do not belong to you. And somewhere along the way, you started wondering if something is wrong with you. What if I told you nothing is wrong? What if these experiences are not symptoms of being broken, but signs of a gift so powerful it threatens everything around you that is not real? You are spiritually gifted. And that is not some mystical compliment. It is a psychological reality. You have access to layers of human experience most people cannot consciously reach. You perceive the invisible architecture of emotion, energy, truth. You feel the undercurrents running beneath every conversation, every space, every interaction. But here is what no one tells you. Your greatest gifts often hide in the parts of yourself you have been taught to reject. The sensitivity, you apologize for the intensity. You try to dim the depth that makes others uncomfortable. That is not your flaw. That is your power, waiting to be integrated. There is a reason you have felt so alone, so exhausted, so out of place. It is because you are carrying something most people cannot see. And until you understand what you are holding, you will keep depleting yourself, trying to fit into a world that operates at a completely different frequency than your own. I am going to share 13 experiences that only spiritually gifted people have. Not to make you feel special, but to help you finally feel seen. Because once you recognize these signs, everything changes. You stop being a victim of your sensitivity. You start becoming the architect of your power. If this resonates with something deep in your soul, please like and subscribe. Your support helps this message reach others who desperately need to hear they are not alone. Let me start with the first experience: environmental sensitivity. You feel spaces the way most people feel people. Some places drain you instantly. Others energize you for no clear reason. You walk into a waiting room, a friend's home, even a coffee shop, and something in you says, "I should not be here." And you cannot explain it. This is not paranoia. You are reading the psychic atmosphere. Every space holds emotional residue. The unspoken tensions, the lingering grief, the accumulated stress of everyone who has been there before you. Most people do not register this, but you do. Your energy field scans the room before your rational mind catches up. You have probably tried to brush it off, to be logical, to not overreact. But your body knows. And the more you ignore those signals, the more you pay the price later. Exhaustion, anxiety, a heaviness you cannot shake. That is your system trying to tell you something true. The second experience is this: your body responds before your mind. You feel a sudden chill with no explanation, a wave of nausea while talking to someone who seems perfectly fine, a tightness in your chest in a space where everything looks safe. These are not random. Your nervous system is translating invisible shifts into physical symptoms. Think about the last time you met someone new and your stomach twisted, but you could not explain why. They seemed nice enough. They said all the right things. But something in your body screamed run. Maybe you dismissed it. And maybe weeks later, you discovered that person was exactly who your body warned you about. Your body is an extension of your unconscious mind. It carries memories, warnings, truths your conscious awareness has not processed yet. When the energy changes, your body reacts first. It is like an early warning system that never lies. The problem is, you have learned to doubt it. You tell yourself you are being dramatic, too sensitive, imagining things. But every time you ignore those signals, something proves you were right. Here is the truth. Your body is not betraying you. It is protecting you with a language older than words. Learning to trust that language is the first step in honoring your gift. The third experience happens with children, animals, and elders. They recognize you instantly. Children stare at you, study your face, walk up to you like your presence is a safe harbor. Dogs that bark at everyone lie down at your feet. Cats that hide from strangers curl up in your lap. Elderly people strike up deep conversations within minutes, sharing stories they have not told their own families. You have probably noticed this your whole life, and maybe you downplayed it thinking it was coincidence, but it is not. These beings operate from instinct, from a realm of perception that has not been conditioned out of them yet. They sense coherence. They recognize when someone's inner truth matches their outer presence. And when they encounter that in you, they respond. What they are recognizing is authenticity. You have not learned to hide behind layers of performance and pretending. Even if you try, something in you still transmits truth. And those who are most connected to instinct, they feel it immediately. The fourth experience is one of the hardest, feeling emotions that are not yours. You are fine one moment. Then you walk past someone, overhear a conversation, step into a room, and suddenly you are drowning. Nameless sadness, unexplained anger, crushing fatigue. And you search your own life for the cause, but there is none. Because it is not yours. I have seen this so many times. Someone will tell me they woke up feeling suicidal on a Sunday morning, but they have no reason to feel that way. Then they remember they called their mother the night before, and suddenly it clicks. They absorbed her depression without realizing it. Or they will spend an entire day feeling rage, only to discover their partner was silently furious about something at work. The emotion leaked out, and they caught it. This is where being spiritually gifted becomes a burden. You have a thinner boundary between yourself and others. You pick up on the emotional frequency in the field around you, and your system absorbs it before you can filter it out. You feel the sorrow behind the smile, the rage underneath the politeness, the exhaustion hidden by the performance. By the end of a simple interaction, you are completely drained. You walk out of social gatherings feeling like you just ran an emotional marathon, and often you do not even realize what happened until hours later, when your body feels heavy, and your thoughts are tangled, and you know something is wrong, but cannot name it. Here is what you need to understand. You are capable of holding space for emotions most people cannot even acknowledge, but that does not mean you are required to carry them. There is a difference between witnessing someone's pain and becoming it, and learning that difference will save your life. The fifth experience is waking between 3 and 4 in the morning, not restless insomnia, not anxiety-driven sleeplessness, something else. You open your eyes in the dark with a strange clarity, like something called you awake. Your body is still, but your mind is sharp, alert, present. This is the liminal hour, the space between dreaming and waking, where the boundaries of consciousness dissolve. The part of you that maintains control during the day, that part softens, and what rises in its place is deeper, older, truer. Some call it the hour of the soul, the moment when intuition flows without resistance. Many spiritually gifted people experience this regularly, and they fight it, trying to force themselves back to sleep, viewing it as a problem to solve. But what if it is not a problem? What if something inside you is trying to speak? And this is the only time you are quiet enough to listen. The world is asleep, but you are awake. That is not a curse, it is a call. Let me take you deeper now. The sixth experience is dreaming in ways that feel more real than waking life. Vivid, full-body dreams that stay with you long after you wake. Sometimes, you dream of things that happen days later, exactly as you saw them. Sometimes, the same dream repeats for years, down to the smallest details. Sometimes, you meet people in dreams you have never encountered, but you recognize them like old friends. These are not just dreams, they are messages. The unconscious mind speaks in images, not words, in symbols, not logic. And those images are pieces of your deeper story trying to surface. A recurring dream is not random, it is an unresolved truth demanding attention. A wound you have ignored, a gift you have buried. Something your waking mind is not ready to face, so your dreaming mind keeps showing you until you finally see it. Spiritually sensitive people have a more open channel to this realm. You do not treat dreams as meaningless noise. You sense their weight. And if you start paying attention, really paying attention, you will realize some of your dreams told you everything you needed to know long before life confirmed it. The seventh experience is a lifelong sense of greater purpose, even if you cannot name what it is. It is not a logical certainty. It is an existential knowing. Something inside you has always felt like you are here for more than what you see around you. Normal life feels hollow. What drives other people leaves you empty. You might have tried to ignore this. You studied, worked, built the life you were told to build. But eventually, it all started feeling like pretending, like you are playing a role that does not fit, because there is something inside you that has not been activated yet. Something waiting to remember what it came here to do. This is not vague spiritual fantasy. This is the call of your deeper self. The moment when everything you thought was solid starts to crack and you cannot go back to autopilot anymore. Your old motivations stop working. Your sense of direction blurs. What used to feel certain now feels empty. And this feels like falling apart. But it is not. It is the beginning of waking up, the start of the real journey, the path toward becoming who you actually are instead of who you were taught to be. The eighth experience is physical exhaustion from superficiality. Small talk at parties, performative meetings, social media posturing, conversations where everyone is saying something, but meaning nothing. It does not just bore you, it drains you like someone pulled your plug. You leave these interactions feeling like you need 3 days of silence just to recover. This is not social anxiety. This is spiritual integrity. Your energy cannot participate in collective pretending anymore. You feel the disconnect between what people say and what they actually mean. And that dissonance creates static inside you. It pulls you out of presence. It exhausts you. You crave something real. Conversations that go straight to the heart. People who do not need you to perform. Silences that feel like rest instead of awkwardness. Because your soul has tasted depth, and it cannot settle for the shallow end anymore. If you find yourself growing less tolerant of the fake, that is not a social failure. That is spiritual maturity. The ninth experience is feeling out of place, even around good people. This might be one of the hardest truths to sit with. You are in a calm space with people you love. Nothing is wrong. No conflict. No tension. And yet you feel like you do not belong. Like your body is there, but your soul is somewhere else entirely. This is not about love. You can love someone deeply and still feel alone with them. Connection is not just about affection. It is about resonance. It is about energetic alignment. And when your consciousness shifts, when you start waking up to deeper layers of reality, your frequency changes. What used to feel comfortable no longer does. You are not leaving people behind. You are not becoming cold or distant. You are simply evolving. And evolution often requires a period of solitude, of feeling out of sync, of wondering if you will ever find your people. But this loneliness is not the destination. It is the passage. You are making space for those who can actually meet you where you are. The 10th experience is attracting spontaneous confessions. Strangers tell you their deepest secrets, Coworkers share traumas within minutes. People you barely know open up about things they have never told anyone. And you did not even ask. You just showed up, and something in your presence made them feel safe enough to finally be real. This happens because your energy does not judge. It holds space. Even in silence, you transmit a kind of listening that relaxes people at a cellular level. They sense they can drop the armor, stop performing, just be human for a moment. This is beautiful, but it is also heavy. By the end of the day, you have absorbed emotional weight that was never yours. You have become everyone's unofficial therapist, and no one asks if you need support too. You give more with your presence than most people give with 1,000 words. Your ability to hold space is a gift, but you are not required to be everyone's savior. You can honor this gift without sacrificing yourself. The 11th experience is isolation even when surrounded. You are at a family dinner, in a relationship, at a gathering full of people, and you feel completely invisible. Not physically alone, but spiritually untethered. Like you are watching life through glass, always slightly out of phase. This loneliness is different. It doesn't come from lack of love. It comes from lack of depth, from the exhaustion of trying to fit in, from the quiet awareness that most people are not really present. They are just repeating patterns, filling space, avoiding the uncomfortable truths. And this isolation breaks your heart, because you want connection so badly. But you cannot force resonance. You cannot fake depth. So you sit in rooms full of people and feel more alone than you ever do in actual solitude. But here is the truth. This loneliness marks the beginning of something sacred. You are separating from who you thought you had to be so you can remember who you actually are. And that process requires walking alone for a while. But you are not lost. You are finding your way home. The 12th experience is speaking truth that shakes the room. You speak gently, kindly, carefully. But the moment you name what everyone is avoiding, the energy shifts. Faces close. The air gets heavy. Suddenly, you are too intense, too negative, too much. But you know it was not what you said. It was what you exposed. Truth-telling threatens the comfortable lies people hide behind. Your presence becomes a mirror reflecting back what they don't want to see in themselves. And they will reject you for it until they are ready to face it. You have been labeled troublemaker, dramatic, difficult, all because you refuse to pretend. But here is what you need to know. The world needs your voice precisely because it is uncomfortable. Truth is supposed to shake things up. That is how change happens. The right people will feel relief when you speak, because finally, someone said what they could not. The 13th experience is a constant longing for something sacred, something you cannot name, but feel as a living absence. Since childhood, you have been searching for a place you have never seen, but somehow remember. A presence you have never met, but deeply miss. A homesickness that colors everything you do. This is the soul's longing to return to wholeness. You are trying to come home to yourself, to who you were before you forgot, before the world taught you to hide, to shrink, to doubt what you feel. That ache you carry is not evidence that something is missing from your life. It is evidence that something is trying to emerge from within you. It is your deeper self calling you back. And following that call, even when you don't know where it leads, that is your path. You have just walked through 13 experiences, and if you saw yourself in most or all of them, you are standing at a threshold. The question now is not, am I spiritually gifted? It is, what do I do with this gift? This is where integration begins. Integration is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming whole. It means taking everything you have experienced, the sensitivity, the isolation, the overwhelm, and transforming it from wound into wisdom. Your shadow is not your enemy. It is the rejected parts of yourself holding your power. For spiritually gifted people, the shadow often contains the fear of being too much, the compulsion to save everyone, the belief that your needs do not matter, the terror of being alone if you speak your truth. When you integrate your shadow, you stop being controlled by these unconscious patterns. You stop absorbing everyone's pain. You stop silencing yourself to keep the peace. You stop betraying yourself to belong. So how do you begin? Start by learning to distinguish your energy from others. Every day, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Is this mine, or did I pick this up from someone else? Keep a simple journal. Write down the emotion you are carrying. Note when it started. If it does not match your actual circumstances, it is probably not yours. Name it. This is their anxiety. This is their sadness. I witnessed it, but I don't have to carry it. Then release it. Shake your body. Step outside. Take a cold shower. Visualize handing it back. This practice teaches you that you are not responsible for everyone's emotional weather. You can be compassionate without being consumed. Next, establish boundaries, not walls, sacred thresholds. Identify your energy drainers. Which relationships exhaust you? Which environments deplete you? Which conversations feel like they are taking your life force? Then set micro boundaries. Limit exposure. Create transition rituals. Practice the sacred no. I cannot today. That does not work for me. I need to check in with myself first. You do not owe explanations. No is a complete sentence. You will feel guilt at first. That guilt is your shadow saying good people do not say no. But people who respect you will respect your boundaries. And those who do not were never safe for you anyway. Create a shadow inventory. Journal these questions. What parts of myself have I rejected to be loved? What do I believe will happen if I fully show up? What am I carrying that is not mine? What would I do if I trusted my sensitivity completely? Look at what surfaces. That is your shadow speaking. Do not judge it. Witness it. Because once you see these patterns, you can choose differently. Honor your sacred rhythms. You need more alone time than most people. You need nature, silence, stillness. You need creative outlets and relationships that match your depth. Stop apologizing for these needs. Build your life around them. In relationships, ask yourself, does this person respect my sensitivity or exploit it? Can they hold space for me? Or am I always the healer? Do I feel nourished or drained? True connection is reciprocal. If you are always giving and never receiving, that is not love. That is a pattern you learned that no longer serves you. At work, create micro boundaries. Communicate your needs. Protect your energy. And seek work that honors your depth instead of punishing it. Your sensitivity is not something to overcome. It is what will make you irreplaceable once you are in the right environment. Let me bring you back to where we started. Those 13 experiences are not burdens. They are your blueprint. Environmental sensitivity means you read energy like others read faces. Your body speaking first means your nervous system is your guardian. Recognition from innocence is proof of your authenticity. Absorbing emotions shows you are tuned to the collective, and now you get to choose what you carry. Waking at 3 in the morning is your soul calling you home. Dreams are your direct line to unconscious wisdom. That sense of purpose is your mission, trying to remember itself. Exhaustion from superficiality is your integrity rejecting lies. Feeling out of place means you are vibrating differently, and that is sacred. Attracting confessions means you are a natural healer. Isolation is the passage before true belonging. Speaking truth shakes rooms because you mirror what people hide. And that longing for the sacred is your compass pointing you home. These are not weaknesses. These are your gifts. You are not broken. You never were. Imagine this version of you. You walk into a room and feel the energy, but you don't absorb it. You witness. You choose. Someone tries to dump their chaos on you, and you lovingly decline. I see your pain, but I cannot carry it for you. Your body sends a signal, and you trust it immediately. No second guessing. No apologizing. You need solitude, and you take it without guilt. You speak your truth without softening it for comfort. The right people hear you. The wrong ones leave. And you are okay with that. You wake at 3 in the morning, and instead of fighting it, you listen. You dream something vivid, and you honor it. You feel out of place, and you do not force yourself to fit. You trust your people are coming. You long for something sacred, and you follow that longing home. This is who you become when you integrate your shadow. Not perfect, not invincible, but unshakable in your knowing. Here is the deeper truth. Those most connected to the invisible carry the deepest wounds of the visible. You have suffered more, felt more, been misunderstood. More because your consciousness is already awake in a sleeping world. But that suffering is not punishment. It is preparation. The healing you needed to find in yourself is the same healing the world needs from you. Your sensitivity is not random. You were given this gift because you are strong enough to carry it, wise enough to integrate it, brave enough to share it. You are not alone. There are others like you walking this path, learning to honor their gifts, building lives of depth and truth. Find them. Let them find you. Because transformation does not happen in isolation. It happens in community. You are needed, exactly as you are. With all your sensitivity, all your depth, all your intensity. The world does not need you smaller. It needs you braver. If you recognized yourself in these 13 experiences, you are standing at the edge of everything. Behind you is the old story. I am too sensitive, too much, too broken. Ahead of you is the truth. I am spiritually gifted, and my sensitivity is my power. One does not become enlightened by imagining light, but by making the darkness conscious. Your darkness, your shadow, your wounds, your sensitivity, that is where your light lives. Integrate it. Honor it. Become it. And when you do not just transform yourself. You become a beacon for others still lost in the dark. Share your experience in the comments. Which of these 13 experiences do you relate to most? Let's build this community together. Subscribe for more on shadow work and the path of the spiritually gifted. Until next time, trust your gift, honor your shadow, and know you are exactly where you need to be.